Thank you very much, Chairwoman Velasquez, Ranking Member Shabbat. SBA is very supportive of the Small Business Innovation Research Program. We look forward to working with the committee as legislation moves forward to the sunset date on September 30th. I also appreciate, Madam Chairwoman, the 3 points that you raised, increasing the number of firms in the program, making sure that these firms have access to financing, and your focus on commercialization. I think those are all very important priorities, and I appreciate your framing that as such. Since this program has been in place, as you commented, it's helped many firms get access to federal research and development funding. Today, it's over $2 billion annually going to these firms to fund research and foster innovation and commercialization of products. Every federal department with an extramural R&D budget in excess of $100 million participates in SBIR. There are currently 11 federal departments that meet this criterion and participate in the program. And we are at the SBA responsible for promulgating regulation and policy directives to govern the program, while other federal agencies utilize the program to foster innovation. The purpose of SBA's regulations is to ensure that the benefits of SBIR reach small business entrepreneurs and that the R&D advances resulting from the SBIR program benefit our country. For a business to be eligible for participation in the program, they have to be organized for profit. They have to be at least 51% owned and controlled by one or more individuals who are citizens or permanent residents of the United States, or be at least 51% owned and controlled by another for-profit business, which may be a venture capital firm that is at least 51% owned and controlled by individuals, and have, including its affiliates, not more than 500 employees. In 2001 and in 2003, our Office of Hearings and Appeals did confirm the interpretation that an individual is a natural person, not a corporate entity. These decisions constituted neither a new eligibility rule nor a new restriction on the program. However, we do understand that the clarification provided some consternation in the industry. Concurrent, however, with these rulings, SBA decided to update its regulations to account for some of the more complex investment structures that have emerged in order to facilitate the funding required to launch new technologies. In 2004, SBA issued a rule providing the opportunity for future venture capital involvement under the SBIR program. And under that rule, any one venture capital company may invest in 51% or more of a small business, and that small business can in turn receive SBI awards, provided that the venture capital firm is in fact 51% owned by individuals and meets the 500 employee small business size standard. In other words, in those circumstances, a venture capital firm can even wholly own an SBIR recipient. The issue is not for us the value of venture cap investing in innovation. Venture capital has been the financial fuel behind many of our most groundbreaking advances in technology and healthcare and defense. As such, venture capital has enabled innovation and growth that has helped our economy keep strong and dynamic. We all understand the value of venture capital. It has great value to our SBIR firms. Many of them receive it today, and we encourage their getting funding from venture capital sources. From our perspective, with the proposed legislation, the issue is much more limited. 2.5% of extramural research dollars are set aside for a program that focuses on early-stage small innovators. 97.5%, or $82 billion in research dollars, is available for firms that are not considered small. So the issue is, should firms owned and controlled by large venture capitalists and universities be able to compete for 2.5%, or should this funding come from the 97.5%? Effectively, where do we draw the line, and what should that definition be? SBA's goal is to ensure that the integrity of the program is maintained and that it remains a program for small business. Beyond SBIR, and this is something I think we just need to clarify, we're concerned that changing the affiliation rules with regard to venture capital participation raises some other issues in the other programs, our procurement programs namely. Any changes to SBA size standards could potentially affect our other programs, and federal programs targeted for small business could be open to a business concern that's controlled by what would be considered a large business. So we ask the committee to proceed with caution on those. We just want to make sure that we understand what your intention is and make sure that we clarify that. The The administration is concerned with the proposed legislative change to the definition for purposes of venture capital, and while recognizing that venture capital investment is crucial to small business growth, the administration is nonetheless concerned that the committee print offers too broad of a definition to the affiliation standards. And once again, we also are concerned about other conflicts within the legislation. We're committed to continued improvement, to expanded monitoring of the SBIR program. We hope to work with the committee as well as other agencies in the administration to ensure that small business is defined in a manner that effectively minimizes ineligibility of actual small businesses while minimizing inadvertent eligibility of large businesses. So I appreciate the opportunity to share our views on it, and I look forward to clarifying these views and answering any questions you have.